So we're about to head to downtown Chicago to visit the presidential Twitter library established by Trevor Noah and The Daily Show. So this is going to be interesting. We'll see what ends up happening. I will be meeting Victor downtown, and I have a feeling he's going to get a kick out of this. It should be interesting. But it's a beautiful day. I think this should be fun. What up? How's it going, man? Okay, yeah, actually, I think we're going the wrong way. That is a crazy line. Waiting an hour in line to get to this.
Yeah, it was totally worth it.
You know
Me
what?
leaving to get some beers, coming back.
Even more worth it.
Yeah.
All right.
That was pretty good.
Is it funny?
Yeah.
So it's the end of the day. We're on the train, getting ready to head home. Victor's playing with his hair right now. I'm waiting for him to finish, but it's quite a wild ride.
Up. I'm trying to let it breathe right now.
You trying to let it breathe? I mean,
Yeah.
dude, man. So what do you think?
That was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun. I was really happy to see just a bunch of tweets that I was not aware of, especially ones from like 2013, 2014. I liked how they had the, it was like, I don't know what it's called, but they had different ages. So from like 2009 to 2012-ish, 2012, 2014, 2014, 2016, 16 to like present day. And then they also had the number of tweets that were sent that year by the president. So like the very first time he tweeted was like 57, then it was like 100 something, and then it goes into the thousands. And then
Dude, it's so insane.
the cool thing too was like that that image that they had of the times different statistics, and the most attacked person on Twitter, of course, is Obama. And then like the number of times he mentions his family members, and like his daughter Tiffany is mentioned 7 times. So right now we just had to move cars because the doors, they were open on accident.
I had a feeling.
Well, I thought it was weird. When we went back there, I was like, do they even know that people are back here? So they just asked us to move one car down, which is totally fine. And the conductor was like, hey, don't worry about buying a ticket. I got you guys.
This is Metro 513 making our finish stops to Elburn. At this time, have all tickets and passes on display. If you got the mobile app, please have the app activated before the conductor gets to the seat. First stop, Oak Park.
All right, good to know. Ironically, regarding tickets, he said, yeah, about tickets, like, don't worry about it, I got you guys. And I let him know, like, well, it doesn't matter, we already bought weekend passes. He's like, well, next time you see me, let me know. So I'm definitely going to wait for him, or when we get closer to Glen Ellen, see what his name is and take a mental picture. We waited in line for 1 hour. First of all, we walk into Union Station from the entrance on Madison. We just go down as if we're taking a train, and we're fucking walking, like, what felt like several minutes to get to the other side of the train station. We walk in. I've never been to Union Station, so immediately as we're walking in and around, I'm just like, wow, this station is beautiful, very classic, very elegant, and Ogilvy's got nothing on Union. Anyway, we walk in and we find the Daily Show exhibit, and we're like, oh shit, there's a huge line. We walk in line, and it's one of those lines where it's like, it moves a little bit quicker than you think. And I'm like, and we see some people in front of us drinking beer, and people behind us are drinking beer. We're like, oh shit, where do you guys get this beer? Like, oh, that corner over there. Oh fuck, I'm definitely not trying to spend $7 or $8 on a can of
for
beer.
A Corona.
Exactly. And I thought to myself, like, shit, I might be able to go back to Washington and Wells and get these beers that we got for $2.50 each.
Dude, in the city?
Yeah.
20 ounces, basically?
It's a gem.
Yeah.
And we're sitting there for like a good probably 5 to 7 minutes debating on whether or not I should leave the line and get these beers. And finally we're like, fuck it, I'm gonna leave the line and get these beers. So I'm gone for 20 minutes. I come back, we get some beers, we drink one before going in, we walk into the exhibit, watch a video, just see all this stuff. It was very well done. The Daily Show did a great job putting together this exhibit of Donald Trump's tweets for the Presidential Library. It was cool. I had a fun time.
I was genuinely surprised with how they mobilized this amount of technology for 2 days. This museum is only open for 2 days, and they basically redid an entire section of Union Station, set up columns and pillars and stuff like that. These triangular pillars with Trump's tweets on them. What I was surprised about the most was the number of people who left with smiles on their faces.
Yes,
that
agreed.
was probably the biggest surprise out of this whole thing, because you're going into a situation where it's like you have to confront this dude is the president of the United States. But I think everyone came in with a similar attitude of just being very casual about it, being like, this is lighthearted, this is supposed to be fun, this is kind of a joking thing. And so everyone we saw while we were waiting in line for an hour was coming out with just these smiles on their faces, laughing and joking and all that. And as we were leaving, these two girls who had also been waiting in line for an hour and were just about to get in stopped us and were like, they told us we're on the borderline.
They
right
had just
now.
hit 1 hour. They just hit 1 hour.
They had just hit 1 hour. And they were looking at us like for some sort of reassurance. Please tell us it was worth it. Like, was it worth it? Was it enjoyable? And we were able to respond with certainty.
What was your favorite piece of the exhibit, or a favorite tweet that you saw, or just anything that stood out to you that you really enjoyed?
I'd have to say it was the golden toilet. The toilet.
Oh, interesting.
That was very interactive. Now, I mean, I'll definitely have to ask Victor, what the experience was like. But being down there, I was looking at you. I'm like, dude, I mean, you could totally be president. You have all of the qualifications. The Make America Great Again hat. you're sitting on a toilet and you're tweeting a response to a nuclear crisis. So it was an economic crisis, right?
It was I got
with a
my crisis was pressure to release my tax documents.
pressure to release your tax
Yeah.
documents. So Victor got to choose his responses, and it would show up as a tweet afterwards. So that was probably the most unique part of this whole museum thing.
One of my favorite things was when we heard we saw the red flashing light and the beeping noise or whatever it was. And they announced a live tweet from the president. A live tweet from the president. What? And everyone just kind of went to this corner, and sure enough, you see the tweet sent 57 seconds ago. It's like, oh my gosh, wow, that was really, really cool. They had set up in this giant rectangular LED screen the homepage or the profile of President Trump and the history of his tweets and his picture and all that jazz. And then there was what I really loved was the red velvet rope right in front, so you couldn't touch the screen. It just kind of made it look like it was that much more important. And then they had a red light on top that would spin and flash and make noise when a live tweet was done by the president. I thought that was really cool.
And the fact that we were there when he did it, because I think there were only 3 or 4 other tweets
there were
for
other
the
ones
day.
that said 2 hours ago, 3
3
hours ago, 4 hours
but there was
ago.
nothing. Yeah, he had only tweeted like 3 or 4 times during the day. So it just the happenstance that we happened to be there when it happened.
It's just that moment of just like wah 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 flash flash flash.
Dude.
The president has tweeted, live tweet. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I also really liked that they had a table with maybe like 8 golden plaques of tweets that were deleted but not forgotten. It said tweets deleted but not forgotten. 8 golden plaques, and then they had roses all around it of just tweets that he had obviously tweeted and then deleted. And that was pretty interesting too. The whole thing was fun.
The whole thing was a lot of fun.
It was definitely worth waiting an hour in line to get into. It was free. And how long would you say that we spent there?
We were in there for over a half an hour.
I was gonna say for at least 45 minutes.
I think we were there for about 45 minutes.
Yeah,
I mean, just soaking in everything that we experienced. The other cool thing too was just the diversity of individuals who were there. It was really cool to see all ages, all ethnicities. I mean, just everyone was there, and it really didn't matter what. But I was talking with one of the guys who was running the things, and I was just like, "Where are you from?" And he said, "Well, we're from all over the place." And I'm like, "Well, are you from Chicago or New York? Are you are you a staffer on the Daily Show or whatever?" Turns out all those people who were there worked for Comedy Central, and so Comedy Central brought them in from all over the country, from LA, from Chicago, from New York, from Atlanta, and they basically do Comedy Central events. So anytime that they have some sort of they have stand-up comedians do specials and things like that. So they're the people who generally do logistics. And he was just saying how cool of a opportunity this was for them to bring the tweet library to Chicago on the same week that Trevor Noah was in town to film his show. It was, I mean, just the coordination and the fact that everyone who was working there too seemed like they were having a good time. I couldn't imagine how many hours they had been there already, but they seemed to be in good spirits, right? And
Yes.
it seemed like that had to do a lot with the attitude of everyone who was there. So I really appreciated that part.